Hi everyone, welcome to Pixelf Studio. In this tutorial, we're going to break down the cutting-edge logo animation. Cutting Edge is a company that specializes in tree care. They are professionals in their business. In the animation, we needed to reflect their work somehow. We came up with this idea. Use an acorn, which falls into the ground, from which the tree grows, then grows leaves, and cut out a plus sign, with which the logo gets its final look. In the animation of the emergence of the tree, there are several interesting techniques, which we will understand today. Let's start perhaps from the very beginning. There is an acorn that flies up and hits the ground. We drew the acorn in After Effects using shapes. Then we animated it. In the first version of the animation, we used a seed instead of an acorn. But we eventually abandoned that idea. Graph Editor, Position and Scale looks like this. We have a fast start, a slowdown in the middle, and a sharp acceleration. The tree growth animation we made in Pre-Compose. The structure here is as follows. We have tree branches. And also the main roots. In order to animate this growth, we used Autofill. This is a special plugin for After Effects that allows you to generate growth. Here we can see how it works. We can put a point in any area of the object. Depending on where we put the dot, that's where the growth will start from. After we worked out all the timings, we pre-rendered this animation so that we could preview it in real time. On top of all these layers, we added an effect and animated it that way. It adds a lot of detail. Then we used a mask like this to cut out the plus in the tree. We used Alpha Matte. In addition to the branches, we also have leaves in the logo. They look like this. We separated them using these masks. In order to make the animation more detailed, we can make these masks even smaller. If we look at the illustration that we prepared in Adobe Illustrator, we can see that we have a lot of layers here. And most of them are leaves like this. And the tree itself, for example, does not have any branches. We added them already in After Effects on our own. We also used a mask to create a plus on these leaves. All these leaves, which we cut out in Adobe Illustrator, are also present here. They are animated using sculpt and rotation. We made an offset using the Motion Tools panel script. With the help of this button. In the amount window we can specify how strong the offset will be. And after that we have this animation of the leaves. We changed the anchor point on each of them to be at the base of that leaf. We did that with each one of them. Once the main tree is animated, we can refine it further already in the main composition. Here, after the acorn landed, we drew lines like this. At the bottom and at the top too. These are regular shapes. We can modify the stroke parameter in the Taper tab and animate their growth. Since the tree is in our pre-composition, we can easily manipulate it. We created a null object like this and animated position and scale. Reduced in size and gave space for text. Cutting we animated as follows. Here we have a pixel poly effect. We have a basic letter. And we have a pixel poly effect. Here we've changed the following parameters. Reduced the force, that's the force of the spread. And changed the randomness to 100% here and here. Changed object type to texture at polygon and reduced grid spacing so that our particles are smaller in size. And also applied a mask like this, it's just a C on top. This is to make the particles fly out from behind, without covering the main letter. But we also have this letter C, which is also shown with the CC pixel poly effect. This adds variety to the animation. This is what we did with each of the letters and added small indents in a few frames. The cutting text animation itself directly shows what the company does. Animating the text this way was probably the best decision. In addition to this, we also have the edge text. It is also divided into separate layers in Adobe Illustrator. This way we can animate each part conveniently and accurately. We did it with the help of standard parameters, like scale, with the help of alpha, matte, and shape. And also such animation can be done with masks. The last text is animated very simply by scale, as it should not take too much attention. In general, every logo has a priority. The symbol or icon is the first priority object in the animation, the name of the logo is the second, and the tagline is the third. You need to keep this in mind and always prioritize in that order. As you can see, we have cutting appearing in the center of the composition horizontally and then shifting upwards. We did it by changing the position parameter. A small remark. If we don't want to use some plugins like autofill, we can make such animation manually. Using shapes, changing the taper parameter and using the trim path modifier. And get exactly the same result. But here we save time. And if we know how the basic tools work, we can move on to something more complex and complicated. Do not be afraid of new tools, they can become your daily assistant in your tasks. After finishing all the animation, we added sound, music, and sound effects. In the final, we have this kind of animation. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.